Hi everybody, so today we're going to talk about our researches on Churches the brand. At first we can see the index, which is everything we're going to talk about today. To start with the introduction, we started with looking with the overview of luxury market. We found that global luxury spending is predicted to reach 1.5 trillion in 2024, which is going to be down by 1 to 3% due to economy uncertainty. Luxury is trending towards experiential consumption, with hospitality, fine dining, and cruises growing, whilst personal luxury goods decreased by 2%, the first contraction in 50 years. The prediction shows that the market size will rise from 460 billion in 2023 to 598 billion in 2028, and a compound annual growth rate of 5.3%. The top segments here are going to be Apple, footwear, and accessories, which dominate the market. And the regional leaders we defined were Asia Pacific at 35.1%, driven by HNWIs and growing middle class wealth. North America is second with 31.3%, and Europe third with 19.6%. We developed a church's timeline to understand a bit more about church's history, which started in 1873 with Thomas Church and his three sons, then 2098, when Church's opened its first international store, 1957, when the company expanded to a larger new factory house, and finally in 1999, when Pride purchased Churches. Here is a bit of the market overview. We can see that actually the growth driver are high-end fashion and footwear requirement, the expansion in emerging markets, and the stripe of designer footwear. Here are two graphs that can help us understand a bit more about luxury goods, the market share by segment, which you can see on your right. And on your left, we can see luxury goods with the global market values, which increased between 2018 to 2028 to reach 598.9.
Moving on to market needs and trends in terms of digital transformation. Ever since the pandemic, there was a shift towards digital marketing, with technological and digitalization developing rapidly and impacting every industry. As for the key point, AI personalization is at the core of digital marketing transformation. According to McKinsey, 71% of the consumers expect personalized experiences, and AI allows these brands to track consumer behaviors to create personalized experiences. As for the impact, heritage luxury brands are now expected to offer AI personalization, and there's been a shift towards a more interactive, responsive, and personalized campaigns.
I will talk about two important topics in luxury market: consumer experience and sustainability. I will focus on how these changes affect a traditional brand like Church. Let's start with consumer experience and brand engagement. In the past, luxury was all about the product, high quality, tradition, and craftsmanship. But today, that is not enough. Consumers, especially young people, want more. They want a full experience. Technologies help brands give better experience. For example, augmented reality and virtual reality let consumers try on shoes or outfits from home. Artificial intelligence helps brands like Burberry give personal product suggestions. It saves time and feels more unique for each shopper. Some brands are also using NFTs and entering the metaverse to connect with young, tech-savvy customers in fun digital ways. Church is a traditional brand, but to stay relevant, it should also explore these modern tools. For example, adding an AI chatbot on the website or letting customers try shoes online could make shopping easier and more exciting.
Next is environmental and ethical considerations. Major issues in the industry includes overproduction, waste, and unethical labor. Sustainability and transparency are also now expected from consumers. According to WEF, climate hazards are expected to reduce annual corporate earnings by 7% by the year 2035. And 53% of consumers are more concerned about climate change. In terms of ethical issues, brands minimize expenses by using unsustainable materials that are harmful to the environment and often result to low-cost labors, raising issues like labor abuse, underpayment, and hazardous working environment, where under 2% of these low-cost workers earn minimal living wage. As for the solution, database planning and analysis of demands can reduce overproduction by 5 to 15%. And utilizing sustainable materials and ethical sourcing is also essential. Furthermore, increasing transparency through ethical production and clear sustainability reporting is important and can be supported with a B Corp certificate to prove high standards.
Consumer interest in sustainable and ethical products has risen because of environmental and social concerns. And there is a concern for ethical consumption. Consumers not only care about eco-friendly materials, but also look for fair labor practices and ethical working conditions in their purchasing decisions. Ethical consumption is growing as an important purchasing factor for modern consumers. Why does it matter? As Gen Z and millennials become the dominant consumers, they prefer products that align with their ethical beliefs. According to Nifthon, ethical considerations are becoming a core driver of consumer loyalty in the luxury market. What do brands need to do? Brands need to prioritize sustainability because in luxury markets, sustainability adds value and is seen as long-term investment in the brand's image and consumer loyalty. Brands need to also be honest. Transparency about environmental and social practice is critical to maintain credibility. Therefore, brands should avoid greenwashing.
As for evolving consumer behaviors, there's been a generational shift where millennials and Gen Z are now the dominant luxury consumers who prioritize intrinsic value as compared to older generations prioritizing extrinsic values. The pandemic was a catalyst to consumers becoming accustomed to seamless online shopping experiences with AI personalization, and platforms like Instagram and TikTok has increased consumer influences on trends and demands. According to McKinsey, traditional one-way communication has shifted towards a more community-centric communication.
When it comes to consumer expectations, there has been an increase in access to information. From online reviews to product sourcing details, transparency is now crucial for building trust with consumers, as there is a growth in demand to know how and where products are made. Studies show that consumers increasingly seek visibility to corporate practices regarding supply chains and ethical sourcing, as well as environmental impacts. And why does this matter? Well, clear transparency on product origin and sustainability fosters trust with consumers and affects their purchasing decisions. The solution is to adopt transparency on sourcing practicing to foster trust. Consumers now seek personalized and tailored experiences as part of their product purchases, especially in the luxury sector. Brands now offer personalized services and targeted marketing based on consumer behavior. And why does this matter? Well, it can generate consumer satisfaction and loyalty. Also, modern consumers express interest not only in product offerings but also in communication and services. The solution is to invest in AI technology and offer customization to personalize consumer experience, boosting brand loyalty and consumer spending. And how do these trends intersect? Well, Kapfer and Mykott argue that consumers expect brands to combine ethical sourcing with transparency. Keller and Rishi suggest that when brands merge personalization with ethical practices, they create stronger emotional connections with consumers, fostering long-term brand loyalty. So we can integrate all of these three, as Hiller suggests that luxury brands must combine personalization with ethical transparency to cater to modern consumers.
Now we're just going to take a look at the competitive environment, analyze a few brands to understand more about who the competitor of Churches are. So the first line is going to be Churches. Then we're going to have John Loeb, Crockett& Jones, Berluti, Edward Green, and Manolo Blahnik. I'm just going to state a few things about it because I'm not going to read it all. But I think the most important things are that Churches, John Loeb, and Crockett& Jones have the same target market and the same most of the same consumers. When we see at prices, we can see that except John Loeb and Berluti that goes really higher with some products, most of the prices are quite similar one with each other. In terms of products, I think what we can notice is that Manolo is the only one that is primarily focusing on women's shoes. The others are more focused on men's shoes. And lastly, last but not least, Berluti is the only one, in our opinion, that is really highlighting innovation rather than heritage, when actually the other brands tend to focus more on heritage.
For the competition positioning matrix, in order to position the brand churches with its competitor, we use some factors as innovation score, the heritage and sustainability effort, and celebrity endorsements. The axes are divided into two. The x-axis is innovation score, range from negative to positive, showing how each brand deviates from the median innovation level, while the y-axis is the heritage score, follow the same approach, positioning the brand systematically around the average heritage score. When it comes to sustainability effort score, when it's the larger bubbles, it means strong eco initiative. When it comes to celebrity endorsements, the color scale is if it's warmer, it means more collaboration. If it's cooler, it means fewer. And now we can see that churches is positioning in the left upper side, which means they have good heritage score. However, they have very bad score when it comes to innovation. While Berluti, they have more score in innovation, celebrity endorsements, but they don't have heritage. In case that churches, they will increase their innovation and celebrity endorsements, they will dominate the market because they will be positioning in the upper right side. When it comes to current target markets for the churches, usually they are 40, 60 plus and above. They are professional, high income, traditional luxury consumer located in Europe, North America, and Japan, and partially China. The lifestyle is professional, who value classic style and quality, craftsmanship, British heritage, timeless, and product durability. While the profile in the Chinese market is older entrepreneur and overseas educated Irish consumer who usually they were shopping from UK, but after the Brexit, they start ghosting the shops because of the tax refund.
After careful study and research, we have decided that Churches as a luxury heritage footwear brand needs a change. It exists in an ever-growing luxury market that is in demand for transparency, sustainability, and personalization. Historically, Churches is known for its craftsmanship and tradition, yet modern-day consumers such as millennials and Gen Z are molding the luxury market by prioritizing ethical and sustainable consumption, transparency and sourcing and manufacturing, as well as personalized and technology-driven shopping experiences. By intersecting these three aspects of current consumer trends and behaviors, churches can achieve successful campaigns that lead to growth in engagement and sales. By combining personalized offering with ethical transparency to cater to the new age consumer who value both exclusivity and responsibility.
Churches, as a heritage luxury footwear brand, must evolve to stay relevant in today's competitive market. As a consumer expectation shift towards sustainability, ethical transparency, and personalization, churches should embrace a new marketing strategy focused on digital transformation, sustainable innovation, and authentic storytelling. This approach allows the brand to bridge its rich craftsmanship with a modern style, reinforcing its positioning as timeless yet forward-thinking leader in the luxury industry. Churches doesn't need to change its identity in order to not dilute the brand identity. They just need to communicate in a way to resonate with today conscious consumers. And thank you for the presentation.